The free How to Hotshot video training series has been available for a full 7 days today, and over 400 people have watched it already. If you want to learn how to hotshot, go to the description section below, click the link, and start watching the course.
Corona. So it's Corona time, and there aren't a lot of loads. At least I saw 2 loads yesterday. This beautiful specimen and another load that had 2 stops for $700, which was really underpriced. So I missed them both, and then this came back up at about 4:30, which is late in the game, late in the day for a load. But I'm grateful it popped up because it's Tuesday, my first work day of the week, my first load of the week. I got it, $750. I drove 2 hours to get here. I'm putting it on. I could drop today, but I'm not going all the way down into Queens, New York to drop this today. So basically what I've done is I've backed up and I'm right, let's see how centered I am here. Ugh. Gotta love Corona. All right, we got wipers. Do we have wipers? We don't have wipers. These tanks are really low, and we're gonna work some magic. I've adjusted this truck maybe 3-4 times. Emergency brake on. So I've done this a bunch of times, but let me tell you, with bigger vehicles like this, it never goes away. I still get the jitters, and therefore I go really slow. Once I'm on the ramps, then I'll probably ease up and jump out a couple times to make sure the front wheels are on, and then I keep jumping out and easing up to make sure that the undercarriage of this doesn't touch the edge of that trailer. Cannot have that, where was my finger? Can I have that make contact with the bottom of the trailer? No. Man, this never gets old. I'm still jittery. All right, so the Boss Hog is good. I don't have much of a slouch or a crouch at all in the back, so I'm good there. This guy's where it needs to be. All that rear axle weight I'm gonna keep over my axles, so that's fine. The only thing I don't like is that the emergency brake isn't really doing much. When I was on the ramps, it was still sliding back. So this is a vehicle that should use just ramps, but I may end up chaining this just in case that emergency brake sucks. Ramps are worth nothing, because if it rolls straps. If the straps, when I put them over the tires, I'm still jittery, you can tell. If the emergency brake sucks, when you put straps over the tires, essentially they do nothing, because the wheels roll, the car could roll right off the flatbed. So most of the time, if I feel like the emergency brake sucks, I'll just chain the vehicle down.
There's no traffic on the road due to this coronavirus pandemic, so instead of waking up at 3, leaving at 4, I woke up at 5 and hit the road at 6 a.m. When I got there, the receiver, who happened to be a person and not a business, was on site, so I recruited him to help me, take this thing off the trailer and watch. That way I didn't have to jump out of the cab as often as I typically do when unloading these things.
All in a day's work. Get this money. They say you have to give to receive, right? Golden rule. So I drove this truck a quarter mile to the receiver, to the buyer's driveway. I typically don't do, deliver vehicles. When I do deliver vehicles, it's always business to business for the most part. It's hardly ever to consumer. But anyway, I drove it. I could have charged him. He said, "Can you drive it? I don't know how to drive stick." I could have said, "Yeah, it's $50 to drive it anywhere. It's just my boss's rule," which I'm the boss, but nobody knows that. But I didn't say that. Instead, I said, "Yeah, for sure, man, I'll do it," because I know what it's like to need to do something and not know how to do it. And then you get taken to the cleaners by somebody who knows how to do it. So anyway, drove the vehicle quarter mile to his driveway, parked it, gave him the keys, told him to be careful for the brake, it's kind of low. He said, "Do you have a business card?" And I said, "I can email it to you. I have my fancy flyer." And he said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Do you move a lot of cars?" He said, "Yeah, a lot." And I said, "How much did you pay to move this?" He said, "Are you gonna give me a good deal?" I said, "It depends. How much did you pay?" He said, "I paid $1,000 to move it." And that's great money, but of course I have to come lower, and I got paid $750. So I said, "Oh man, that's a lot of money." He said, "Why you charge me so much?" I said, "It wasn't me. That was the broker." He said, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, let's cut out the broker. you can call me directly if you want to. He asked me. I didn't solicit. He asked me. And I said, you could call me directly. I'll email you my flyer, has my phone number on it, my email. Let me know when you have anything. As long as it's in the Northeast, I'll pick it up and bring it for you. I usually charge about $750. Dude, $750 to come down here is awesome. It was a 2-hour ride from my house and another 3-hour ride from the pickup to here. So a 5-hour trip, I'm okay with that. Not a bad way to pick up a direct shipper. Golden rule. It's not even noon yet. It's not even noon yet. I've already gone from Connecticut to Queens, New York, through Brooklyn, over the Verrazano, through New Jersey, and now I'm in Pennsylvania picking up my load. I'm gonna drive this to Mansfield, Massachusetts, but in between, I'm gonna stop home. I'll be home tonight. I'll be home in about 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, and then tomorrow morning, I'll just keep it moving. Hello? Hello? Gotta love when you show up and the warehouse is empty. Here, boys, this may be a better load than I thought. So I have a 32-foot trailer, as you know. This load was supposed to be 30 feet. I thought I'm gonna go grab 30 feet and come back for $800. Well, that's it. It's those 4 pieces. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know who got the measurements wrong, but I'm happy that I have all this. Putting a partial on these extra 20 feet going my way would have been great, but after 2 hours, I decided it's better to just head home, stay the night at home, and continue on the drop in the morning. This here is a 7,000-pound pump. Looks smaller in the video than it really is. Those aren't wheels on it, that's cardboard to cover the inlets and the outlets. There's 2 up top, so I'm just gonna tarp it, strap it, and hit the road. The receiver for this load closed at 2 p.m. on Thursday, and I was already running 2 hours behind. I actually arrived at the shipper at about 1:30, so there was no way I was going to drop this off Thursday afternoon the way I planned. So I came home and then drove an hour and a half back Friday morning to drop this off. During that time, a broker that I run a load for pretty consistently gave me a shout and told me they had an $800 load for me to move Friday morning. So the plan was drop off this pump, go grab that load, pick it, drop it, and be done for the week. The shipper said there was something wrong with the load. It canceled or postponed for the next week. So I lost that $800, but I do have $800 on the books for this coming Tuesday. And another one of direct shipper of mine gave me a shout and told me they had 2 loads for me going up north into Maine and Vermont for Monday, and those are paying $1,200. So I have $2,000 on the books for next week already. That's really important given the current financial climate we're living in. A $2,000 week is super duper low, but again, look at the times we're living in. Typically, this week would have been at least $3,200 to maybe $4,500, 3-4 months ago. But it is what it is. Got to keep moving. Remember, if you want to learn how to hotshot and make money on the road, the free video training series is waiting for you in the description section below. Click the link and check it out.